Hello everyone. This is the second video which is related to the first video when we did the multiplication of this polynomial 4 over 7 x to the power 2 minus 3x plus 5 multiplied by 2x minus 3 over 2. Now when we are talking about the 4 over 7 x to the power 2 multiplied by 2x, we can do this as follows. We can deal with this as a fraction like this, 4 over 7 multiplied by x to the power 2 over 1, then multiplied by 2x to the power 1, of course, here to the power 1 over 1. Now we can multiply the coefficient first, so the coefficient here is 1. So 4 multiplied by 1 is 4, and then 4 multiplied by 2, which is equal to 8. So in this case, the answer will be 8. Then we have x to the power 2. We can multiply it by x to the power 1. So if we take it here on the side, x to the power 2. For the x to the power 1, if you multiply it, so we have the same base, which is x and x. Actually, what we need is to add the exponent. So the answer will be x to the power 3. In this case, we have as answer, so we can say that x to the power 2 multiplied by x to the power 1, which is x to the power 3. Finally, we have now the 7 multiplied by 1, which is 7. If you multiply it by 1, we get also 7, because we have something like this. So first 7 multiplied by 1, then multiplied by 1, 7 multiplied by 1 by the identity property of multiplication. For this property, if you have any number, for example 7, and you multiply it by 1, the answer will be what? 7. If you do it again, you use the identity property of multiplication again, so 7 times 1 equal to what? 7. So in this case, the answer will be like 7. So 7 multiplied by 1 is 7, multiplied again by 1, which is 7. In this case, the answer will be for this question is 8x to the power 3 over 7. Let me take this as another color. Like for example, it's 8x to the power 3 over 7. We can keep going with the other. Calculations. For example, I have negative 3x multiplied by 2x. I can deal with this like this. So negative 3x over 1 multiplied by 2x over 1. We can start now with negative 3 multiplied by 2. And as I taught you before, like the negative sign all the time in multiplication is the strongest. So it's stronger than the positive sign. So the answer will be negative. So negative 3 multiplied by 2 is negative. Now 3 times 2, which is 6. The second thing, we can use the exponent rule. Like we have x, this x, and then we multiply it by the second x. Here is the x. If you have no bar, no exponent, the exponent is 1, and the exponent here is 1. So the answer will be x. Then we add the exponent, so 1 plus 1 equal 2. So the answer will be 6x, negative 6x to the power 2. Of course, if I have 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1. Now, if you divide anything with 1, it gives you the same thing. So the answer will be 6x to the power 2. So the answer here is negative 6x to the power 2. keep going with the next one, which is like 5 multiplied by 2x. I'm talking about this one. So I can take it as 5 over 1 multiplied by 2x over 1. Let's now first multiply the 5 with the 2. 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. Then I left with the x. So I just have x divide by 1 because 1 multiplied by 1 is equal 1. So anything divided by 1 is the same thing. So the answer will be 10x. So the answer here is 10x. And the third one, let me talk about now the third one. In the third one, what we have is here like 4 over x, x to the power 2, multiplied by negative 3 over 2. I can deal with this as a fraction. So 4 over 7 multiplied by x to the power 2 over 1, multiplied by negative 3 over 2. Let's deal with the numbers first. You have 4. You have the coefficient 1. So 4 multiplied by 1, which is 4, by the identity property of multiplication. Now take the 4 and multiply it by negative 3. So we get now first multiplied by 1 equal 4. Then take the 4 and multiply it by negative 3. As we said, the negative is the strongest one. So the answer will be negative. Then 4 multiplied by 3, which is 12. So eventually the answer will be here like negative 12. We left with x squared. I don't have anything else, so it is x to the power 2. Then when we divide, we reach to the 7 multiplied by 1, as we said, by identity property of multiplication. So the answer is 7. Then if we multiply this by 2, so we have 7 as we reach here, multiplied by 2, which is equal to the 14. So the answer here is what? Over 14. So I can write the answer as follows: negative 12 x to the power 2 over 14. Of course, we don't need all that. Okay, so now for the next one, which I have negative 3x multiplied by negative 3 over 2. I can deal with this as a fraction as follows. Then let us do it as negative 3 multiplied by negative 3. So all the time, if you do multiplication, the answer will be positive. Just one case, if you have positive and negative, the negative is strongest. So we have 2 negative, so the answer is positive. Now 3 multiplied by 3, which is 9. So I will keep it like this, 9. Now I just have the x, so I'll keep it like x. Then I have 1 multiplied by 2 as identity property of multiplication. So 1 multiplied by 2, the answer is 2. So the answer here is 2. So we can write it like this: 9x over 2. Now, what we have is the last one, which is like 5 multiplied by negative 3 over 2. We have over 1. We can write it as a fraction. Now we need to multiply the numerator by numerator. We know that the negative is stronger than the positive, so the answer is negative. 5 multiplied by 3 is 15 over 1 multiplied by 2. In this case, by identity property of multiplication, 1 multiplied by 2, the answer is 2. So we write it like this as 2. So negative 15 over 2. And finally, we can write everything inside the table as we did before, which is like 8x to the power 3 over 7, okay, minus 6x to the power 2 plus 10x minus 12 over 14 x to the power 2 plus 9 over 2 x minus 15 over 2. We will stop right now, and for the next video, I will show you how to find the answer, or how to simplify this kind of polynomial using what we call the like terms. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and keep pushing to make the math more and more simple.